What's going on, Freak Nation? It's a Kicking the Balls Monday, and evidently between the time we took off this morning to the time we landed, there's several folks standing in line to get their nuts kicked on a Kicking the Balls Monday.
Really? Do tell.
Kyler Peterson, as opposed to Patrick Murray. Start it right now, Richie. Kyler Peterson, all right?
Got it. Kyler Murray is pulling a Patrick Peterson.
Uh-huh.
Kyler Peterson. I like that.
What's even better is I didn't even mean to do that. But my subliminal mind was telling me, go with it, Sarge. Go with it, baby!
Kyler Peterson.
Yep. So Kyler Murray scrubs all indications that he's collecting paychecks from Michael Bidwell and the Arizona Cardinals. We've seen this before, Cardinals fans, with Patrick Peterson, Chandler Jones, kind of. Look, man.
Yep.
Crasher, the Cardinals got this dude 2 more years underneath his rookie contract. He's eligible for an offseason extension, increase in pay this offseason, but Cardinals don't have to fork it up.
No. This was bizarre timing to me as to why maybe it's just an Instagram cleanup. That does happen. That is real. But to take off all references of the Cardinals from your bio and in photo proof is still a little strange. Now, the thing that is fake news out there, people are saying, oh, he unfollowed the team. He never followed the team to begin with. We had that very conversation on our show 2-3 years ago when he was first signed. He was signed and never followed the team as a rookie. So come on, guys, let's just get that part out of the way. But yeah, scrubbing the pictures, and the more interesting thing to me is the information from his bio. That's very intriguing.
What's his bio say there, Richard?
Let me scroll up. Green light.
Oh, I love people.
Green light.
Let's see. Let's take a look. Is he following some teammates? Let's see here. He's following Cooper Kupp. Best player in the league. Oh, there's Rondale Moore he's following. No Cardinals, though.
He's not following any Cardinals?
I'm sure he's following some.
No, like the actual team.
Oh,
Okay.
got it. Okay.
No, but he never has. So that part we don't need to be freaking out about.
Well, that shot of him and CeeDee Lamb, was that after the Pro Bowl? Right there. Again, the irony of him throwing the touchdown to CeeDee Lamb, a receiver that he quietly suggested that the Cardinals should draft. Oh, Richie. I've got a sneeze coming on here in a little bit. So,
Kick your allergies in the nuts.
yep.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, and
Okay.
I'll start talking.
Okay, go ahead.
So, yeah, I just posted a picture on the Kenny and Crash Twitter page. Let me bring this up to you, and I think this pretty much explains what might be happening here with Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. Here it is, right here. This, my friends, is a picture from 2018. Okay, that's the year that the Cardinals went 3-13, and they ended up getting number 1 overall pick and drafting Kyler Murray, number 1. But those two men right there, we say it on the show all the time, but this is like yet another example of like, oh gee, what's the continual like through line? What's staying the same here between
What's the
Patrick
common thread,
Peterson-
Richie? Common
Yeah.
thread. There you go.
It's a common thread, yeah.
Yeah.
Between Patrick Peterson, Chandler Jones, now Kyler Murray, and others. Those two, right there.
Yep.
Michael Bidwell and Steve Keim. And here's the thing. If you're the Cardinals, look, I think all of us have our reservations about Kyler Murray as a player.
Right.
He's good. Not great. With a really great defense, they might actually be able to make a run to the playoffs, but do you give him an extension? Probably. Is he worth like Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford money? No. But it starts with those two guys right there. And if anybody would be able to screw this up outside of Robert Sarver and the Phoenix Suns, case in point, they still haven't extended DeAndre Ayton, as easy as that seems. It's those two right there that would be able to screw this up and screw themselves out of a franchise quarterback. Quote, I say that in quotation marks.
Yeah, but they're not screwing anything up yet. Is this Kyler Murray just having a hissy fit? Because, like Kenny said, they technically have 2 more years with him. They don't have to do anything right now. And like you said, is he worth it to do something right now? Patrick Mahomes was, but Kyler Murray not necessarily.
What does this say about his leadership, too?
Yeah.
He's the supposed leader of this team, your franchise, and this is how he handles himself on social media and creates a shitstorm for no reason.
Or is finally someone going to step out of the shadows and call out the below average ownership of the Cardinals
and management? Yeah, that's a good point. Taking a cue from Brian Flores and just saying, F it. It's time all these teams, the sour apples inside all these teams need to be exposed. Yeah.
Sour apples?
I don't know. Bad apples, sour,
Bad
whatever.
apples.
You know, I like sour. I mean, I don't like them, but you know.
And Richie, you're right. It's something that we've been saying, and it's not us pounding our chest. If you just get past the fact that the emperor has no clothes, this team is not very well run. It's not very well respected in NFL circles. Not that a lot of the owners have a lot of respect, but they got a whole hell of a lot of money. So it's not a surprise. It's kind of a surprise. I'll give you that. Yeah, it's kind of a surprise that Kyler's doing this, but we're all curious why. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Matter of fact, when we end this broadcast, I probably won't think about it all today because I miss my daughter. I had a hell of a time watching the namesake from Lucas Oil, Forrest Lucas, get inducted into the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. That's where Crasher and I were last night. Richie had a hell of a day out at Los Angeles Coliseum watching some legendous short track racing. And give me a grade on what you saw, Richard.
I would give it an A. I would venture to say that's one of the best things NASCAR has done. Mm-hmm. At least since I've been on the show with you guys over the last 7-8 years. And listening to Steve O'Donnell, Ben Kennedy after the race, like everybody was glowing about what went on. And I wanted to play this video because if you listen closely, I'm going to show this piece of video from the second last chance qualifier, which was the last race before the main event race, which happened a little bit later on, when the stands were completely full of people. You're talking 55,000 plus people in the LA Coliseum. And in this last chance qualifier, you could hear the crowd. It was loud there. People were engaged. And for a sport that is kind of fledgling at the moment, really trying to figure themselves out, when you have that type of engagement going on, at a race in which, Crash mentioned this last week, it came up last night from drivers from leadership of NASCAR, when you have 70% of people showing up to a race for the first time, and they're that engaged in it, that is how you grow a sport. So let me show you this video from yesterday, and this was incredible. It was some of the coolest racing I've ever seen, and I hope we get more of it. And Steve O'Donnell, who is one of the heads of NASCAR, was basically saying, like, we're probably going to do this again, more or less. We just got to figure out when and where. But this is from the second. This is from the second last chance qualifier, Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, quarter-mile racetrack, completely paved over the football field. This is Bubba Wallace, and I believe Austin Cindric is in there. Austin Cindric. And then, why can't I remember the name driver of the 42? But anyway, this is them battling for position. Ty Dillon, thank you. Ty Dillon, thank you. This is them battling for position here, kind of late in that last chance qualifier.
Oh.
They're going 3 wide around a quarter-mile racetrack. That is like barely the width of a football field, if that. And you can see the stands already fairly full. And that was just essentially the race before the race. And it was incredible. And it was a really cool event. And I hope they do it again. And I hope they do it elsewhere and continue to grow the sport. But it was awesome to be out there yesterday. It was a lot of fun. And racing was great. Joey Logano ended up getting the win, in case you're wondering.
Okay, so hold on. So you are a fan of them moving this around city to city?
I think so. I think that would be cool. Because in a way, like, you bring it back to LA every year, eventually it's going to get stale and you're going to overstay your welcome there.
That's true.
I thought for what it was, like this being the first big event, it was perfect. But if you move it around to different cities, and the one thing that I caught on from Steve O'Donnell last night too, he was asked about possibly going international with it. He was like, "Oh, don't say we're going international." He went out of his way to say that, but I felt like he was strongly hinting at the possibility of taking this particular event or some type of form of it international, right? And I believe it was one of the reporters mentioned that, hey, they went to Japan at one point, right?
Yeah.
They went overseas at one point. Like, we see Formula One starting to move here into the United States. Well, what if NASCAR went around the world and brought this in a stadium atmosphere? How cool would that be too?
Yeah, staying in the United States for the Clash, there's not a lot of options to move it around. I mean, I guess you could do it in a dome in a colder city because it's got to be in February. It's what kicks off the season. But yeah, I guess your options outside would be the Coliseum, would be maybe SoFi. But then again, like you said, you don't want to overstay your welcome in Los Angeles. Las Vegas, Phoenix, heck, Phoenix could do it. And then maybe someplace in Florida. I get Raymond James. So yeah, you're right. Moving it around, I think, would be a good idea. It's just options are limited for February, at least.
Well, just the fact that they were able to put that track inside. The Coliseum is a little bit wider than most football stadiums, Crasher, because it was built for a track. For a track and
field.
Yeah, track and field. But I like the fact that the success was there. I think a lot of us were concerned that it might end up like Bristol on dirt. If you're familiar with that, NASCAR fans, that was kind of a shit show.
Well, once it got going, unfortunately, it was on a Monday. But
Right.
once it got going, it was good. But yeah, a lot of hurdles for that weekend.
But how was the vibe there, Richie? Was it pretty tight?
It was really cool. I didn't get a chance to like spend a lot of time walking around the grandstands and whatnot and kind of hanging out with the fans. But like, I went upstairs to like a VIP deck. I don't even know if I was supposed to be there or not, but I just kind of wandered up and it's like, oh hey, there's Chase Elliott just hanging out up there. You know, there's Tyler Reddick 2 feet in front of me just watching the race, like as if he was a fan. And yeah, like I said, people were into it, and it was an awesome time. There was a group of like, I assume would be college kids, like hundreds of them, like based in, I believe it was out of turn 2, and it looked like a student section. It felt like a student section, and you could see them from my vantage point. A lot of them were like shirtless. Just it looked like a massive party, and I thought that was like,
That's cool.
That's
There you go.
cool. Yep. That's necessary. That's great.
Yeah, it's a good question. Where could you move this thing if you could get it into a wider stadium? I would think that there might be some NFL owners who allegedly own their stadiums were looking at this like licking their chops like, whoa. You're right, Crusher. You got Florida could house it. Because it needs to lay down in February, and you're not going to put it up in the Northeast. San Francisco.
Austin Dillon mentioned Jerry World.
Yep. Gee, that'd be sick.
Is that retractable?
Yes. Yeah. All right, going to kick some balls next.
She has small hands, so she can really get in your mouth. Our older patients have a lot of spunk.
She's even gone as far as to floss them sometimes for me.
I won the Crest Elderly Service Award for excellence in dentistry. It spurs you on to pay attention to the geriatric population.
I've asked Cammie if are my teeth going to last me the rest of my life, and she said, oh, yes.
I would give her the Supreme Award for taking care of old men like me.
Have you heard about Lucas Brake Parts Cleaner? Lucas Brake Parts Cleaner is made of the highest quality components, giving you superior performance and leaving no residue. How do you apply this? You apply Lucas Brake Parts Cleaner liberally to the parts that need to be cleaned. You'll eliminate brake fluid, grease, dust, and dirt components. We know a little bit about that here in the desert, I'd say. And basically what that does is that makes you a happy driver, because now your brake noise is gone and your performance has gone up. Boom.
Crasher, how are you feeling, man? We got up at 4 o'clock, 4:15 this morning. Richie, here's one for you. We're driving back from the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony. 3+ hours, 4 hours. And we were there with our friends at Lucas Oil, Forrest Lucas, along with Matt Holliday. Okay, Crasher, talk to Richie a second.
I don't even know what you're pulling up, but yeah,
Matt
I'd
Holliday.
say, yeah, of the St. Louis Cardinals. I'd say some
Yeah.
of the bigger names were Matt Holliday and Ken Morrow.
There you go.
That was a cool inductee.
Wait,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah, exactly.
New York
Hockey player.
I was
Islanders.
gonna-
yeah.
that's my
That's your
wrist
hockey.
shot right there. Yeah.
Gold medalist, 1980. The Miracle on Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see.
that was pretty cool. I was
right,
just
so this
bummed
is-
at the end that because I wanted to get Forrest Lucas a picture with him and Ken Morrow or him and Matt Holliday, but everybody went and just
Yeah.
scattered, which is kind of a bummer.
Richie, he's been involved in Missouri of doing his best to popularize. Is that such a word? Popularize? I was trying to popularize
Hockey?
the sport of hockey.
Yeah, he's got a couple of rinks. He's doing a lot with youth leagues.
Crap, where is it?
It was pretty cool, the video that they showed before his induction and what he's doing to, like Kenny said, popularize the sport in the state of Missouri.
Son
Hey,
of
we're
a gun.
seeing that here in Phoenix too, because
Mm-hmm.
Clayton Keller, who was just at the NHL All-Star Game representing the Coyotes, he's a St. Louis guy. Grew up in that area.
Oh, boom.
Clayton!
Well, hell, I was going to show you his
Way to go, Ken.
preparation, right, guys?
Yeah, clearly we're
Son
on
of a
point.
bitch.
Kick ourselves in
Anyway.
the balls for the
Willie Rowe.
preparation today.
So what happens when everybody gets up early to catch a flight and
Oh, Rich, you didn't get up early.
Oh, yes, he
I
did.
did. I
L.A.
was up at-
time, he did.
I was up at 6 a.m. You know that's a struggle for me. It's before
Crasher.
10 o'clock. It ain't gonna happen.
Crap. Anyway, oh, there it is.
In 6, yeah, no, I get it. Basically, pull the curtain back. All three of us were on a flight up until we all got home about 30 minutes ago and then started this show. So, yeah.
See that, Richie?
There you go.
Yeah, there he is. Nice.
Yep. I wish you could see what just happened in our studio.
Omar.
Crasher has no idea what just happened.
No, Omar.
Yeah.
Our cat is now in the window.
He
And I don't know
climbed
how
up
he got
through
in
the
there.
shutters and is now closing the shutters, and he's not going to be able to get out.
He's stuck.
Proper planning prevents poor performance. Nice job, Brent.
Oh, called out properly.
But see, Brent and I are from the same generation, and that's so true. But now, thank you, COVID. Production, technology.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, right. Sorry. Preparation really isn't what it used to be or should be. You look at where we are now with broadcasts. You've got CNN, ABC, CBS, news anchors doing the news from their home. I don't know where I'm going with this other than
Things have changed.
things have changed. Thank you, COVID, because they had to. I got a crazy ass cat up there in the shutters.
He's
All right,
gonna start meowing.
What's that?
He's going to start meowing, and he'll become a part of the show again.
Hey, Richie, who you kicking the balls today, babe?
Well, before I get to my pick, let me share what the Freak Nation has in store for you here, because we are getting some responses at Kenny and Crash
right.
Okay. Got it.
on the Twitter machine.
This is the Kyler Murray topic?
No, this is about who we're kicking in the balls there, Crash.
Right.
We have Dan, who says UCLA. Now, what I believe what he is referring to is the Bruins got their shit kicked in by my Sun Devils in triple overtime, if I'm not mistaken. In Tempe, it was great. Sorry, Triple F. I believe that was the first time in a long. Actually, it was only the second time in the Bobby Hurley tenure that they've beaten a top 3 team. They beat Kansas several years ago, but the ASU basketball program has fallen down a rabbit hole of bad the last year.
Rabbit hole of bad.
So it was a nice
Awesome.
nice win for Bobby Hurley and the crew. Rodney Sears, he says Nicholas Batum for making 0 3-pointers yesterday.
Nice
Needed
job.
just one. Betting much there, Rodney?
Yeah,
I'm
right.
assuming that's-
Rodney, you might want to back away from the slot machine in your office.
Andrew says the NFL for continue to have the Pro Bowl. I forgot the Pro Bowl was on yesterday.
Yeah, I did too. I until Kenny turned on the TV and went straight to it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot.
I got more out of watching the under 17 or under 18 female flag football game prior to the Pro Bowl. That's such a... But they say they're going to keep putting it on as long as it keeps making money.
For what it's worth, the NASCAR Clash was out trending the Pro Bowl yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah.
As it should, because, one was good, one was not. So NASCAR
And then
wins.
finally we have Grant saying Alvin Kamara, who of course
Yep.
got popped over the weekend for assaulting somebody while he was hanging out in Las Vegas for the Pro Bowl.
Yep.
And yeah, from what I read, there's not a lot of details, at least in the little time that we had to prepare in air quotes for this. But I do remember reading one sentence that said substantial bodily injury.
Right.
So, what the heck, dude? Here we go. Here's the NFL offseason. Even though we still have the Super Bowl coming up, most players are on the offseason, and here we go with we need to bring that back. The police count.
Oh, the police blotter.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because that's just
Who's
what
in
happens.
trouble in sports today?
Yes, yes. Alvin Kamara. What are you doing?
Okay. We have.
Oh, he's hiding.
There he is. Can you see that little spot over there? Omar. There he is.
From behind the shutters. All right, that's thrilling. Thrilling entertainment. There we go.
He got in there.
I don't know how he got. Yeah, how did Omar get in those shutters? That's a really
He-
good question. That's exactly what they looked like. Yet somehow he figured out a way to get his body in there.
Richie, go ahead and keep it on there, okay?
Uh-huh.
Keep it on there, baby.
Yeah, I don't even see where he is.
I know.
He's that well hidden.
And again, how did he get in there?
I'll show you.
Those things are not, but they are not open wide enough to get a little cat body in there.
No, cats are very malleable, Crash.
That they are.
They can
All
move
right.
in mysterious ways.
Dude. Oh, hey.
That's so good. Surprise!
It's good. Hey, you. Yeah, you got yourself in there. You got to figure out how to get yourself out, buddy. Oh, Dad to the rescue, opening things up. He's like, no,
He's
I'm
like,
pretty cool.
nah, I'm cool. I just want to hang out here. Look outside. Bye, Omar. See you later, dude.
Yep. Cat cam on full load.
Only in the Freak Nation, right?
Well, so what have we established here since we started doing this a couple months ago? We have a duck cam,
Yep.
cat cam. Wasn't there another wildlife wild animal of sorts. We need a coyote cam probably.
That duck cam was awesome.
Duck cam was good. We never saw any duck sex, but it came close a few times.
So good.
Yeah.
I do have one kick in the balls nominee
Okay.
before we go. I'm trying to pull up a picture here because the picture is what makes this story. So, in case you didn't know, the Winter Olympics are actually happening.
Oh yes.
I don't know if you
missed
guys
all
knew that or not. I know
Missed
it's
that
like-
all
it's-
weekend too, and I'm
I feel like the
bummed.
Olympics inside of a pandemic are just like not a lot of people care about them. However, I'm going to kick the IOC in the balls because for them being so strict in their COVID rules, there was a Canada and Olympic Athletes of Russia game late last night.
In what
They had
sport?
in hockey.
In hockey, okay.
Women's hockey. They had to delay the game over an hour because Canada refused to play the game because the Russian athletes did not report their COVID tests prior to the game. And so the Canada was like, we're not going to play this game. And then eventually they came to an agreement and they said, okay, well, I don't know what you guys are doing here, but let's just play the game with masks on. So all the women were playing an actual Olympic hockey game with like N95 masks underneath their helmets. Still don't know if we ever got results back from Team Russia, Olympic athletes of Russia, Russian athletes.
Yeah,
whatever,
Russian Federation. Yeah,
whatever they're called.
Exactly. Whoa.
So they still let the game go on, even though they're so strict about their COVID rules. Then they just let a team play a game
Right.
and they didn't have any results.
Yeah, we saw in the Admirals Club this morning in the airport, the Today Show basically showing us exactly how strict things are on campus for the Olympics and all these different, you have to get throat swabbed when you go in the building, throat swabbed when you come out of the building. It's just like, whoa, they're taking it to the extreme for sure. And yeah, so then you come up with an entire team of hockey players. They don't have their results of their test. That just doesn't seem to make sense. Wow.
It's well, yeah. Let me show you this picture here. I finally found this picture. Look at this. This is how they were playing the game last night.
Jeez.
That's
Goodness.
That's wild. That's freaking wild to me.
No, it's our reality now. That's what it is.
Is it necessary, though? I mean, we have learned so much about this coronavirus. And I guess if people aren't vaccinated, to be honest, my mind has changed so much on this over the years, but that's their choice. However, if they are going to affect other people, that's a problem. But if you're vaccinated, my goodness, the most you're going to get is a cold or a flu. I mean, it's not going to be horrible. Why are we taking things to the nth degree still 2 years later when we have such a greater knowledge base now? We don't need to be this extreme anymore. This is our lives. We have to live with this now. It's not going away. The common cold is a coronavirus. That never goes away. Let's just deal with this. We don't need to be testing like this. It's just, it's starting to really irk me.
In lighter news, speaking of women's hockey, tonight, about 9-ish o'clock Arizona time, 8 Pacific, 11 out in the East Coast, Team USA, Team Canada, and women's hockey in the preliminary round. These teams probably going to be headed for the gold medal match later down the road. But in my opinion, probably going to be the best thing about the Winter Olympics is those two teams playing because the rivalry is intense. They've played in, I believe, the last 3 or 4 gold medal games against each other. US won in 2018. Canada won in 2014 and 2010. It's going to be a terrific hockey game. I cannot wait to watch it. So
Tonight,
9 o'clock Arizona time, I believe on USA Network, if I'm not mistaken. And I can't wait to watch it. It's gonna be a great game.
Hey, can we end it with this?
Yes.
okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yep. I get some emails from time to time, but not much like this. The best sex positions for your zodiac sign. I'm not going to hit that link. I just want to let you know, Freak Nation, that it's out there. And it is.
Well, I want to know. Can you forward this to me? I want to
Yes,
know.
I
As
will.
an Aquarius.
I didn't know there was something called the bus stop.
And it's not that chicane at Daytona.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a Mark Sports term.
Right. Well, there you go. Freak Nation, thank you guys for being a part of this big old thing. I'm not sure who all we kicked in the balls today. I got to go potty. That's why I'm trying to get the hell out of here. All right. All right. We'll do it again on Wednesday. See you.